Chapter 3, Secret Weapon of Runefaust. The Shining Force arrived in Bustoke, a town built into a mountainside. Welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force with me, Jerupitus, and here we are in the mountainous town of Bustoke. So why don't we go ahead and get started and talk to everyone in town. Beware of falling rocks. Now the reason we're here, of course, is because the only ship to cross the sea got burned down, so now we've got to take the long way around. I miss my daddy. When's he coming back? I have no idea, little girl. I just got here. My husband was taken away in the middle of building our house. It's only half done. Yeah, that's a likely story. Maybe you just don't want me to know that you live like this. Don't go this way, you'll be forced to work in the quarry with everyone else. Huh. So apparently all the men in town are being forced to work in the quarry, it seems like? I'm a master alchemist. I can make anything. Can I help you? I mean, probably. First, you must help me. To cure Zylo, I need to make Lunar Dew, but to do that, I need Moonstone. You must go to the quarry, find Moonstone, and bring it back to me. Okay. Well, I'm a little afraid to go to the quarry because I don't want to be forced into working there, but you know what? We'll see what we can do. And we also don't know who Zylo is yet, but we're gonna find out. Many books in strange languages. Okay. The alchemist can read lots of languages, it seems. Let's check out in this here. Look around and buy anything you like. I think I will. Well, the first thing I want to do is sell all the extraneous stuff I have, because we're starting to get a little crowded, I think. Sell that wooden staff. Let's see here. We can sell Chris's wooden staff. I know for sure I can sell Hans's wooden arrow. All right. And let's see what he's got for sale. I would really like some upgrades. Ooh, the power spear is a big deal. It is a huge upgrade for all of our knights. And the steel arrow, I believe we found that in the last fight. I'll double check that. We don't really need power staves, but we do need middle axes. And that, of course, is going to go to our warriors, and handily, the game just tells you who can equip stuff, which is really nice. So we need a middle axe. And we have some decisions to make here. Nice little boost there. Gort's got 30 attack now. That's huge. But let's get all this weapon buying out of the way. And what else do I need? Power spears. But before I buy those, we need to figure out what our party configuration is, because we finally have more members than we can take into the field. So before we make some decisions about equipment, we should decide how we want to configure our party. But let's keep talking to everyone. My father was taken away to the quarry too. Please bring him back. You know what? The Shining Force shows up in town and there's a problem, we're gonna need to solve it. Dragonia, Land of Dragons, Knights first, Archers to the rear, and many more books. Yeah, they really like to drive that point home. Life on a Cliff, High Altitude Cookbook, and many more books. That is true. If you are at high altitudes, it does affect cooking in some ways. Please rescue my husband from the quarry. You're our only hope. I do think it's a little awkward that things like this kind of haven't aged well, where it's like there's only women left, so there's just nothing they can do. They're just completely helpless, and that sort of thing, you know, is definitely outdated. But we're definitely going to help them anyway. How to Fly, Up and Away, and many more books. All right, nothing here that I can check out. So let's keep going. We will want to find headquarters to make some choices about our configuration. She says our men were taken away in the quarry, all but Zylo, who's crazy. So Zylo is a crazy person. Please don't go this way. They'll punish me for letting you through. So where can I even go? I don't think we lost anyone. But let's double check. But we are getting dangerously close to promotion, and that will be very exciting. So here's headquarters. So we just got Eamon and Balbaroy, and they are going to be very good units. We have too many healers, and Gong is by far our worst healer. He has terrible move. He doesn't even have a power staff, so he can't even hit anything for more than a couple of damage. So he's going to be the first to go, but we need to make a choice about who else to get rid of. And I'm feeling like Arthur can probably go. I think you could make a case for getting rid of, let's say, Lo and only having one healer. So it's definitely close, but I think we'll keep Lo around for now and just roll with two healers. So why don't we go get their dialogue before we throw them in the party? Boring. I want action. Feels good to rest. I'm sure it does, but you kind of just got a lot of rest by being a statue for a little while. But, you know, maybe you can stretch your wings a bit. Well, Jerupidus, are you ready to face the enemy? I am, but I want to get Eamon and Balbaroy in my party. And so let's get rid of Gong. And we want to take Eamon with us. And yeah, here's the thing. Because a lot of the people that join your party end up a little bit behind, you kind of have to baby them to get them as good as people you've already got, right? So we're just going to go ahead and leave Arthur behind. He's nothing special. So we're going to let him go. And so here's what the configuration looks like now, and why don't we talk to them and see if they have anything new to say. He says, I will fight until Dark Soul is defeated or I'm finished on the battlefield. And what about you, Eamon? Leave air combat to me. No one can take me as long as I have my wings. That's not entirely true. Eamon and Balbaroy excel at getting one-shotted, but their ability to move from a great distance away and strike makes them excellent assassins, or for getting around behind other units. So we're going to take them with us for now. Let's see if Nova has any advice for us. Use your flying friends well. Also, monks and priests gain experience by healing. Well, if this is the first time we're learning that, our monks and priests are all at level 1, and we would be in rough shape. As it stands, we're doing pretty well. But we still have a little bit more of town to explore, so let's keep going on that. She says, I really feel sorry for Zylo. Do you want to hear about him? Yes, I do. Two people have mentioned him to us so far, so what do you have to say? The Runefaust army poured something into Zylo's drink. It made him crazy. We had to lock him up to protect ourselves. Well, that sounds terrible. Runefaust is just the worst, aren't they? The history of Bustok, battling in the woods, and many more books. And before we head out back, why don't we check out in here? She says, I've been waiting for warriors of the Shining Force. Are you one of them? Well, yes, we are. And she says, great, you must help us? The Runefaust army took our men to dig in the quarry. They're looking for a weapon of the ancients, a laser eye. Diane can lead you there. If Zylo were sane, he surely could help you. And this is Diane. If you're going to the quarry to rescue the men, you can count me in. And Diane joins the force. Now, Diane will be at headquarters. What I was going to say is, Diane, you might be thinking right now, ooh, that's the archer upgrade we've been waiting for. Hans sucks so terribly. Although he's gotten a little bit better with the steel arrow. But that ends up not being true. Diane actually ends up being every bit as bad as Hans, and if you were to choose to grind them, Hans actually ends up being better anyway. It's kind of insane how bad they make archers in this game. So what do we got back here? There's a bridge in the valley that connects Bustoke and Powell. The Runefaust army is gathering there, doubtless preparing an attack. Well, that's good to know. We'll probably need to visit there. And there's our friend, the adventurer, but we can't reach him right now. He's still climbing the mountain. And what about over here? She says Zylo is inside, but he's been driven mad. Only Lunar Dew can save him. So they're really driving home the point that we're going to want to find that Moonstone so the alchemist can make Lunar Dew so that we can save Zylo from his insanity. And we really want to do that because Zylo is one of my favorite characters in the game. But now that we have Diane in tow, we're not going to use her because I find the archers pretty useless, but I do want a ranged unit for this fight. But Hans is leveling fairly well, so we're just going to leave it. It really doesn't make much of a difference. But let's get to this quarry and see if we can't rescue all the men of the town. Oh, I actually realized I forgot to go grab power spears, so why don't we definitely do that right away? We need one of those for all of our knights, for sure. And these are finally going to be just a straight up upgrade. It has the range of the spear, better attack than the lance, so I don't have to juggle weapons anymore, which is pretty exciting. And now we can finally sell off all those weapons they've been holding. This is going to take just a minute, but let's just get it done. We can sell all of Arthur's stuff because he's never coming back to the party. And let's see here. I do believe I probably want to pick up some healing items, I feel. Let's see here. We can sell Diane's steel arrow. And I think that's just about it. Although, you know what? Diane is a level above Hans. Maybe we should take her with. We've been rocking with Hans for such a long time. I think that's a good idea. So, I spoke a little too soon. And why don't we grab some healing items? Since we are down a healer, we're just going to want to make sure that we're ready to go. This next fight is also pretty challenging. Oh, did I forget to sell May's stuff? What? Okay. Let's get this done. And let's buy some healing items. Just a little light menuing here, don't mind me. Ken's still got a herb, but I think I'm gonna give him a healing seed anyway. They've still both got them, but... yeah, let's make sure Henri's got one just in case she runs out of MP. Yeah, let's give a bunch to Chris. And we definitely want some on Eamon and Valbaroi. Now, that's going to be more useful for them to use on other people because they have such good move and range, where they are never affected by any of the landscape. So it's better for them to use it on other people because they pretty much aren't going to survive most attacks. You need to kind of carefully use them to deal final blows. And we can just have Hans give away all his stuff to Diane, and then we'll go grab Diane, and then we'll get to this fight. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. And we'll leave Hans behind. He complains about being in the front row too much anyway. Now, you could make the argument that using Arthur is better than using Diane, because Arthur is going to have pretty strong attack versus Diane with the Power Spear, but I want to show all the characters, like, if it's convenient to do so, and it kind of is here. And let's make sure that Diane is actually equipped, because I feel like, yep, okay, good. All right, let's get to it. Master, we've found it. The laser eye, at last. This is the end of that cursed shining force. Get rid of those men from Bustoke. They are no longer of use to us. Alert intruders. What? The shining force? Stop them. We must have time to remove the laser eye. Now, we do want to watch it, because this is a challenging fight. These archers we can kind of go assassinate with our flying units. But skeletons are still a legitimate danger, and this is going to be our first lizard man. He has pretty good stats, so he can hit really hard. I think he hits even harder than the skeletons. He's got 24 yeah. So 3 more than even skeletons. The skeletons can one-shot a lot of our party members, so we gotta watch out for that. But look at this range. Like, this is unbelievable. You can just go anywhere on the map. But I think we're gonna park these guys up here and just have them ready to literally swoop in. Yep, and we're gonna take this cautiously. Because I want to make sure that if the skeletons come after us, everyone can hit them. And I know I've mentioned it already, but getting impatient is your biggest enemy in this. Where, with characters like Eamon and Balbaroi, it is very tempting to just go get in there, because they can move so far. But believe me, if you do that, they will get killed. You need to be very careful to make sure that they are dealing the last hit to whatever it is you're attacking. You know what? These guys aren't going to get a turn for a while, so I'm just going to drop a Blaze 2 on them. So we're just going to park Eamon and Balbaroi up above these archers until we can get some kind of ranged unit within range of them, deal them a hit, and then have Eamon and Balbaroi come and finish them off. Let's see how strong my Power Spear is. Bam! Now we're dealing the skeleton 6. That's pretty good. That's actually a pretty fat level up, too. 3 attack is kind of huge. And we should have some more attack with these axes. So these weapon upgrades have come just at the right time where we can kind of break through the ridiculous defense that a lot of these undead creatures have. We have another new unit on the battlefield, though, that I haven't mentioned. And that is those Dark Priests. Those guys basically just function to cast heal on the unit they're next to. Which, as you might imagine, is pretty annoying because if you don't focus on them, they just heal on the heavy hitter. And if you do focus on them, the heavy hitter is still at full life while you're killing them. So it's definitely a conundrum. But you just have to take out the healers first. I think anybody that's played RPG games kind of knows that. Because you're not bringing down the heavy either way. So you just gotta take out the healer first and take your lumps, pretty much. So it is worth noting that you could take Eamon and Balbaroi and do things like attack these guys, but them two by themselves aren't going to be strong enough to defeat multiple enemies by themselves. They're going to take hits, and if they take hits, they're going to die. So once again, you just got to play it real patient. You know, Luke could use a heal, so I'm going to leave him behind so my healers can catch up to him. I am pretty happy to have finally gotten rid of Gong. I'll tell you this. Every time I play this game, I get it in my head somehow that this time is going to be the playthrough that I finally put the work in to get Gong promoted. And every time I do that, he's still in my party like 3/4 of the way through the game, and he is nowhere close to being promoted. And it's actively hurting my ability to win fights. And at some point, I just give up. So this one being alone is kind of interesting, honestly. So I could block him in by going here and here with these two. The problem is the other one might come back, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to... I really don't want to lose Eamon and Valbroy in my first fight with them. I want to be really careful and smart. But if that one stays, that might be a good plan. Let's just hold here for a little bit and see what they do. Yeah, we'll wait one more turn. That way I'll be sure that Eamon and Valbroy will get turns back to back. I remember this fight pretty well because something very exciting is going to happen at the end of it. But I don't remember the fights well enough to know specifically what the AI is going to do every turn. Alright, we're going to go for it. Only 4, but if I manage to surround this guy with my birds... Yeah, he won't be able to attack because they can only attack 2 squares away. And that could work out pretty nicely for me. If the other sniper comes back, that could be an issue. Now, I really want to save this slot for Tau. That's going to be kind of huge. So what I'll do is hit this guy to make sure that he dies and doesn't get an attack. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep waiting. You know, I think I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna hit this guy with Gort. Let's do it. Nice. The mages are pretty squishy, and if you hit them with your character with the power ring on, they're just gonna die. Alright, nice, nice, nice. Always feels good if you don't lose any birds when you actually send them into combat. Alright, if he just wants to stay there, and he just went, so I think I'm safe to drop a freeze on him. And I want to make sure that Henri is casting spells so that she's gaining experience points at a reasonable clip so that she doesn't fall too far behind Tau. But an interesting parallel I'd like to point out about that system is that it's really the precursor to the way... Ooh, level up. Nice. Really a precursor to the way that leveling works in actual modern games like Skyrim. I really don't want that sniper to get a shot on Henri. That could get dicey. But basically how it works is that you're gaining experience for taking actions, so the things you use the most become the things you're the best at. And that's the way the level progression in Skyrim in Cyberpunk that just came out works. And that's kind of the way it works in this game. So you have this germ of a very good idea, and it already exists in this game. Man, I really am worried about Henri. Well, let's hit the skeleton. Nice. Way to go, Ken. Ken is actually turning into kind of a beast. Can I drop this thing? Oh yeah, let's do it. I kind of can't believe Henri got another turn before the sniper, but I'm not going to complain about it. Alright, is level 8 the level? Yes! Not freeze 2, but blaze 2, but that is still very useful. Now, Henri is not a master of blaze, but she does get access to blaze 2, and that is pretty nice. I think Eamon can pretty safely hit this thing. Yep. Let's give him an axe to the face. Man, I'm getting kind of hyped that there's something very exciting that's coming soon. I don't want to give it away, though. So I guess I'll just shut up about it, but I'm starting to have a hard time containing my excitement. But don't you worry, we'll get there. So something I could be doing is... you can't necessarily control when the priests do it, but because their attack is so wimpy and they like to cast heal on themselves, you can just let them heal themselves over and over. And then just keep hitting them and kind of farm experience points that way. I'm a little too impatient for that, so I'm not really going to bother with that. But that is a strategy you can employ to squeeze a few extra XP out of a fight. Yeah, we are not going to let Balbaroy anywhere near that skeleton unless it's the kill shot. And yeah, if that skeleton wants to statue there, like, we could sit here and do this all day until the Dark Priest runs out of MP. And it does want a statue, so... But once again, I kind of want to keep these fights going. We're doing pretty perfectly fine on levels. So I'm really not worried about grinding experience at all, and I kind of want to show that you don't have to do that unless you want to. But that's one of the great things about the design of this game is that you are able to do that if you want to, and it is legitimately rewarding if you do. But you also don't have to. Tao, you're a monster. This is our first actual attack with Diane. And she misses. Oh, yes! If she had hit both of those, she would have taken him out in one action. That's actually pretty good. I haven't gotten any kills in a while. Alright, nice. I'm level 8. One more defense. That's a terrible level up, but I will take it. Any defense you can get on your hero, you're never going to complain about. And this mission is nice because we get to do two very nice things at the same time. We get to rescue all the men of the village, from being forced to work in this quarry. And we're going to get the Lunar Dew so we can cure Zylo of his insanity that Runefaust so cruelly inflicted upon him. Not yet. I don't think we want to do that yet. We're gonna do this carefully. I don't want to be impatient, and I definitely don't want to go on autopilot. I really struggle with that sometimes with strategy games, where I start getting a little impatient, or I start getting a little lazy, and I start taking actions without thinking about them first. And that's the moment when you realize that, yes, the AI in this game does dumb things, but it can still be dangerous. It can still get you. All right, Gort, go get him. I think he'll be able to one-shot him. Yep. Now, we're probably going to end up switching the power ring on and off of Gord and Luke to keep them close together. Because, as I said, if one of them has a great deal more attack than the other, you end up getting them pretty far apart in levels, which you really don't want. But this fight has gone very smoothly because I haven't been stupid with my flying units, which I am definitely guilty of more often than not. I get impatient, I'm like, let's just send them. What's the worst that could happen? And then they both die. Now, we, of course, have a little bit of a bottleneck going here, but that's okay. And I can pretty safely just range these guys out. What I would really like is for Henri to get in there and do a Blaze 2. That would be good. You know what? I think this time I'm going to let the Dark Priest do his thing a little bit, because it's convenient. I certainly don't want to do that for every single enemy formation here, but I think for this one it's going to be fine. The problem is the characters I would be grinding would be May and Diane, and that would be less than ideal. Okay, maybe we should rethink that. So I definitely want Gort at close range. I guess Ken can just get in there. Yeah, let's hit the Master Mage. The only thing is if I actually kill the Master Mage, then I think that's going to immediately end the fight, which I don't really want. That's good. Get him, Gort. Alright, Gort's level 9, that's good. And I definitely want to check, yeah, Luke's level 8. It's probably time to switch the power ring. Okay, that's actually fine. Because I don't actually want to drop the Master Mage. I do want to kill all of these enemies to make sure that I'm getting the XP for all of the kills. Now, do I want to put Eamon here? If the Master Mage casts on Eamon, Eamon is going to die. I suppose not, then. Let's be reasonable adults here. Oh, it didn't do anything? What? What does he have? Freeze 2? He could have dropped the freeze 2. Why did he not do that? That is so strange. Okay. Well, I'm not going to complain about it. You know what? I'm worried about this lizard man, so why don't we get Ken out of there? That seems really lucky that the lizard man didn't get an action, and I think he will just stay where he is. I will say this, though. The way that Ken is progressing is making me want to keep him, and I almost never do that. So we may just go ahead and do that. We'll see. But it's kind of looking that way right now. You know what else I'm thinking? I feel like it's been a very long time since I've critted anyone. Like a long time. All right, that's what I wanted, and now let's go ahead and get after this Master Mage. Two is not very much. Oh, that whiff is not good. That's not good, May. Come on. All right, I think Eamon is not going to survive this. Oh, she does? That's excellent. So I mentioned earlier that the AI prioritizes the hero when making decisions about who to attack, but they also really prioritize, I think second place would be flying units, and then third is mages. That could be the other way around, but those units, flying units and mage units, are also really important to the AI, so that's probably why the AI chose to just cast on Eamon despite having better options. Possibly. Ooh, double attack. I really wanted that kill for Belveroy. That would have been nice. But I'm not giving this thing another turn to cast. Let's just kill it with Henri. All right, we won. You think you've won, but you failed. The laser eye is ours now. Uh-oh. Drupadus, the Moonstone lies inside the cavern. That's good, but they got the laser eye, which is definitely bad. All right, let's go in here. And there's our Moonstone that we need to give to that alchemist to save Zylo. But before we leave, we want to check out this little spot right here. Let's make sure I'm not full up. All right, let's give away this Domingo egg. I'm tired of carrying the baby. Diane, you can have the Domingo egg. And we've discovered a Sugoi Mizugi. What that means is amazing swimsuit, but thirstier. And I'm going to show you why. Check out that model right there. Now, what is this, you might ask? Well, it's a swimsuit, of course. And it's for Tau. Oh, no, Tau is full? All right. All right, I guess she can't hold the orb anymore. We'll give it to Henri. I trust Henri, too. But Tau needs to put on her swimsuit. And what that's going to do is it's going to change Tau's character model on the battlefield, but not in combat. So instead of her cool purple robe, she's going to be wearing a green bikini from now on. Now, once again, that's another thing that probably hasn't aged particularly well, but I think it's really cool that they put a couple secret things in the game like that, and we are going to be getting all of the secret items. But this one and one other one are the only two that actually do anything. So at the very least, it's mildly exciting that the secret item that you find here actually does something cool. Despite the fact that it's putting a, mage who is ostensibly like a very intelligent person into a bikini for no real reason. Other than that the developers wanted to put something a little sexy in the game, I guess, at the 16-bit level. But that's going to be all the time I've got for today, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.